Hi, Zeus here, and this is Zeus Book Blog. Welcome back to my lovely place where I talk about book and everything's about book. But before we dive in with any book today, let's take a cup of tea and enjoy it along with me. I have something to confess first. If you follow my channel, you probably see that last week I didn't post anything on my channel. And the main reason is because I feel disappointed with the things that I created previous week and I didn't post it. Or else you may know, if you are living in Vietnam and you follow my channel, you may notice that in the morning, Friday morning last week, I did post one video. Then after 4 hours of posting it, I just deleted it completely from my channel and you cannot find it anymore. The reason is because when I click on it and I listen back, and I can't help myself watching or listening it back anymore because I think it's were terrible. It's were a lot of it contained a lot of stutter, it contained a lot of hesitation. It feel like it's pretty tense and boring, and it's kind of too serious. And it was not me sharing about book. It's way too much like I was doing a lecturing, which I do not intend to do, which I do not expect to create in my channel. So I think the best thing to do is just delete it completely and start new things in this week. And yes, this week we will talk about book. Well, the book that I want to mention today is the book called Big Magic, written by Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the very famous author. You may know her as she's also the author of the book Eat, Love, Pray. It's very big hit and it has been turned into a movie like several years ago. So yeah, but we will not talk about that book today. We'll talk about another book of her. I will talk about Big Magic. So this book is Elizabeth Gilbert's. I think many people could blame her, many critics about her book, about this book. Like, this book is all about her, and it's so selfish, narcissism. But I think that's the interesting thing about Gilbert. She has mentioned such a reason in her book as well. In this book, she has mentioned that the motivation for it to create things is not for other. So firstly, it's for ourselves. So I totally agree with this one, and I think that even my channel, I created for myself first. We should not care about like how people think about it, how people will react about it. Yes, we do it for ourselves first. We do it to satisfy ourselves, and I 100% support you for this. I love you for raising that concern and for talking about it in that book, in your book, and I get really much inspired by it. Well, I think Big Magic is a useful book for any one of you who are living as a creator, or you're living as an artist, or you wish to live a creative life. So I consider myself as a creator. As in this book, Liz has mentioned that every one of us can be considered as a creator of this universe, because we are creating things for the universe, and we deep down inside our body is a hidden treasure, and do we have the courage to explore it or not? It's up to you. It depends on us to explore it. So I just decide that I am a creator of this universe. I control my whole life and create my whole life. So I love this book and I get so inspired by it. Yes. What I can say about this book more, I think that I love the way that Liz mentioned about idea. She considered an idea as a living thing, and actually it exists around it in the air. It just had no form at all, but it exists. It still exists. It does exist. It's visit you sometime, and if you pay attention to the idea that come up to your mind, you pay attention to it, you nurture it, and you give it your time and effort and energy, and you like insist on making it come true. So it stay with you and become your collaborator and become your friend and help you to and you will be the chosen one who would bring it to life, bring that idea to life. So and also very interesting thing about idea that if it visits you, but then you do not have enough time or energy, or you do not feel so passionate about it, you don't want to implement that idea, or you do not have a desire to bring it to life, so it may visit somebody else, and then you will see that somebody else will do that. It's interesting thing, and I love that way of thinking, and it's like a magic. I have some, and I have one. There was one chapter in this book that I most impressed. I think I love this book so much. I like this book is the first book that it gave me a feeling that I could finish within just 3 days continuously. But then I didn't have 3 days continuously to read, so I has been separate this book into. I think I finished it within 5 days in total, because I has many things that interrupt me from reading. But anyway, I will read my favorite chapter to you. It's worth decorate yourself. There's one small anecdote that I love. I can't contain myself I can't contain myself sharing it to you. I have a neighbor who gets tattoos all the time. Her name is Ellen. She acquires new tattoo the way I might acquire a new pair of tips earring, just for the heck of it, just on a whim. And she wakes up some mornings in a funk and announces, "I think I'll go get a new tattoo today." If you ask Ellen what kind of tattoo she's planning on getting, she'll say, "Oh, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get to the tattoo shop. I'll just let the tattoo artist to surprise me." Now, this woman is not a teenager with impulse control issues. She's a grown woman with other children who runs a successful business. She's also very cool, uniquely gorgeous, and one of the most free spirits I've ever met. When I asked her once how she could allow her body to be marked up so occasionally with permanent ink, she said, "Oh, but you misunderstand. It's not permanent, it's just temporary." I confused, and hence I asked, You mean all your tattoos are temporary?" She smiled and said, "No, Liz, my tattoos are permanent. It's just my body that's temporary. So's yours. We are only here on Earth for a short while, so I decided a long time ago that I wanted to decorate myself as playful as I can, while I still have time." I just love this small story so much. So it's inspired me to live a vividly decorated temporary life. I want to live an enchanted life, because we live very short time. We live very for a while on it. So why you waste it? Why you live in fear? Why you do not give your full energy, and why do you not put courage into exploring yourself and live as a beautiful life as possible? Why? I just question myself that after reading this book, and I also want to live as playful as possible as the girl at Ellen, the character in this anecdote. And I think Liz also very smart when she mentioned a lot of things that's really I find that many of us are struggle with. I think we often bother too much about the way that people think about it, and we kind of audience conscious. We're afraid of so many things. We're afraid to do this, do that. We're afraid of people will criticize this. People will think that it's wrong. People will laugh at us. We feel shame about things we do. But actually, in the end of the day, nobody really cares about what you're doing. actually they have so many things in their life that they need to concern about. So the thing that you're doing, it just bother them maybe for a short period of time. That's why in this book, Liz also mentioned about the story about her book, Eat, Love, Pray. It was a big hit for a shortened period of time, and then people gradually forget it. Or something like some people like make critics for a period of time, then they start to forget about it, they're not mention about it anymore. So why you care much about it? Why do you torment yourself with the critics from other? Why you care about other perspective? You are the one who in the end will care about you and the thing you're doing. So don't bother with the distraction outside. Okay, and that's the things I want to say. To sum up, I would say that I love this book because it's inspiring, it's magical. In a nutshell, I would recommend it for any one of my friends who wish to live creative life, or who just is living in fear right now. And I want to just to let them know that actually life is worth living, and life is beautiful, and just you are the creator of your life, so live it to the fullest. And yes, I think that's maybe the all things I want to share. Maybe there are small things that I could tell you more about it, but at the moment I cannot think of anything else to share. I just say I love this book and I hope you will read it. And I'm just so excited if you could give me some comment and we could discuss about it later later about this book. I'm open for that. I think it's time for me to say goodbye, and see you next time. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video, and ta-da, see you on Thursday as usual. I will keep my promise this week.